Text number 9. Ya Adya Bhagavan Pumsam Isharo Vai Bhagavan Khila Lokasya Tamasan Dasya Lokasya Tamasan Dasya Chakshu Surya Ivoditaha Ya Adyo Bhagavan Pumsam Ishvaro Vai Bhagavan Khila Lokasya Tamasandasya Chakshu Surya Ivoditaha
Yadyo Bhagavan Pumsam
Yadyo Bhagavan Pumsam Ishvaro Vai Bhagavan Khila Lokasya Tamasandasya Chakshu Surya Ivoditaha. Translation You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the origin and the Supreme Lord of all living entities. You have arisen to disseminate the rays of sun in order to dissipate the darkness of ignorance. Purport. Kapila Muni accepted as an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. Here the word Adya means the origin of all living entities. Pumsam Ishvara means the Lord Ishvara of living entity. Ishvara Parama Krishna. Kapila Muni is the direct expansion of Krishna, who is the son of the spiritual knowledge. As the sun dissipates the darkness of the universe, So when the light of the Supreme Personality of Godhead comes down, it at once dissipates the darkness of Maya. We have our eyes, but without light of sun, our eyes are of no value. Similarly, without the light of the Supreme Lord or without the divine grace of the spiritual master, one cannot see the things as they are. ज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता सप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि श्री गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं भंगं लंघायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरोन् जनतार परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं। हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna. They're wonderful words. So this is a conversation between Devahuti and Kapila Muni, and Devahuti is expressing her gratitude and also glorifying the process of devotional service in this section. Here, if you see the appearance of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are compared to the sun who dissipates the darkness of the universe. So if you see, the entire existence of this universe is nothing but it happens by the energy of the sun. So that's why Lord Surya Bhagavan is considered as Pratyaksha, means Pratyaksha Deva. Means, for example, why they are called Pratyaksha Deva? Why he is called Pratyaksha Deva? Because irrespective of the qualifications, irrespective of who they are, sun will give his heat and light. It's coming good. So he will give his energy irrespective of the qualification, because without the sun's heat and light, the existence is not possible. If you see the if our body temperature goes down, everybody will become sick, and if our body temperature goes down beyond certain point, they may even leave the body. So, and also if you see any kind of energy, even it can be organic or everything is actually the energy of the sun. Like the plant, they grow because there is photosynthesis and happening because of the sunlight. And so all the jivas, even the cycle of birth and death, jiva jivasya jivan, every living entity has to subside on other living entity for its survival. So that jivan is coming from the sun. Maybe thinking, oh, this electricity is there, even if sun is not there. Even for that to happen, that is sun's energy already deposited. Even the coal, even in the hydraulic power stations, everywhere the sun is either directly or indirectly involved. So one thing is clear is when the sun is there, life is there. When the sun is not there, life is not there. So that's why the sun is called Pratyaksha Bhagavan, means Surya Narayana, Surya Bhagavan, that they say. So now here if you see the Mother Devahuti is comparing the appearance of the Lord as the sun. So in the same way, like for one's spiritual existence, the instruction, the knowledge about how to act, knowledge of proper understanding what is right and what is wrong, what is permanent and what is temporary. So that has to be directly have to come from the Lord or his representative. That's why Lord himself appears in every garment. Yada yada hi dharmasya glani bhavati varta abhidhanamadarmasya tadatmanam sijami. Means he gave this knowledge through the Vedic literature in the beginning of creation. But whenever this knowledge becomes to be distorted or appears to be lost, Lord appears personally to revive this. Because without the spiritual knowledge, without the spiritual understanding, without properly utilizing through the process of through any of this process of four bona fide process of self-realization, Ashtanga Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga, one is will be lost in the animal. When we lead, one may get that one will be lost to lead the life like an animal, which is like as good as not as good as not taken birth. It is said sometimes Atmagna means killer of the soul. But Krishna says in Bhagavad himself, Krishna says Atmagna means killer of the soul. But in the beginning, the second chapter, Krishna says soul cannot never be killed. So why Krishna says Atmagna means somebody who is actually not following the spiritual life, not leading the spiritual life according to spiritual values, and not focusing on the not utilizing this human form of life for the sake of self-realization or for the sake of going back to Godhead, then that kind of person is as good as not taken birth. That's why Vedic culture it says Dvija, means the Brahmana who takes formal initiation is compared to as a Dvija, means second born. And only that kind of person. Like now, that's why Krishna says Vidya Vinaya Sampanna, Brahmana right? So there Vidya Vinaya Sampanna. Vidya means knowledge should be there and Vinaya Sampanna. These two things, Vidya Vinaya Sampanna. That kind of Brahmanas are very dear to Krishna. So if you see here in the right at the end, Prabhu says, without the divine grace of spiritual master, no one can see the things as they are. Because if we don't have the grace of spiritual master, then we think what is permanent to be illusory and what is illusory to be permanent. Like we might come across many things, right? Like oh, Krishna's pastimes, all those things. That kind of pastime, that all the spiritual things, even the message of Bhagavad Gita is so clear and so relevant to us. But without the proper guidance, if we don't have Bhagavad Gita as is, there is a good chance that we may get deviated, we may get lost in mental speculation. Means what is permanent, what is truth to be illusory. They'll think, oh, this Krishna's pastimes are, what do you call that term? Mythology. So, and what is illusory? The illusory of material existence and name, fame, money, or nationalism, socialism, all those isms, those are illusory conceptions. So that things that persons will consider, oh, these are very important. This is unless these things are there, then only there is life in this planet, like that they feel. So even though everything is properly arranged, everything is going on perfectly, even without all these biased conceptions, still we give greater importance to them than the actual spiritual knowledge. So, but when we take the guidance from a bona spiritual master, then by the grace of Krishna, by His grace, by the grace of spiritual master, one will come onto the right track of understanding understanding the things as they are. Means then when we have the proper spiritual understandings, then we will give importance to what it actually is. Means like we will give importance to different subjects as per its requirement. Of course, like when one takes up spiritual life, it doesn't mean that he has to completely neglect the material life. Like Prabhu Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Prabhu Goswami said. Means whatever to be utilized in Krishna's service, if one thinks that is illusory and give up, that is called Falgu Vairagya. That is not a real renunciation. Real renunciation is utility is the principle of Prabhupada says, means utilizing everything properly in the service of Krishna. And knowledge is to how to utilize everything in Krishna's service, our body, our life, and our wealth, our family, and our how we can properly engage everything in Krishna's service. So by engaging in Krishna's service, it's not like Krishna is going to gain something from that. It is we are going to get out of this illusory material existence and then attain the permanent spiritual position by going back to Godhead. Okay. So for that, association of devotees is more important. Of course, like in this age of Kali Yuga, we may not be able to have personal instructions from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even though Mahaprabhu came, appearance of Mahaprabhu is coming forth shortly, but the knowledge, his representatives are there personally with us. So when we work for the pleasure of the spiritual master, it will lead to the ultimate perfection. So when Yasya Prasadat Bhagavad Prasada means when Krishna, when the mercy of spiritual master is equal to the mercy of Krishna. So even the mercy of devotees. That's why service, like I was talking to one devotee yesterday, telling Prabhuji, are you like did you take up the service? And that devotee in the kind of said, Prabhu, you always speak about service. You don't even concern about if I'm chanting, if I'm reading, all those things. But you only say all service, service, service. That's it. Means like he said, you have to ask other things also, like or reading or studying. Means you have to show concern for other things also. And what I said is like, yes, that is true. I may have to ask all those things, but it is not my duty. My duty, my service is to take care of the service in the temple. So that's why I was able to request you for the service. But seva is also the important aspect of the devotional service. Why seva is, like it is said that he, as per his statement, he has to chant also, he has to read also. So what is the goal of chanting and reading? Is to finally engaging ourselves in the devotional service. And also, like one may say, okay, by chanting and reading and by all those things, one may attain the perfection of going back to Godhead. Yes, after going back to Godhead, what will you do there? Just engaging in the service. It is said that nobody in spiritual world is engaged in reading, or nobody in the spiritual world is engaged in, of course, chanting they will be doing, but not are doing even the prachar also. Of course, prachar, the propagation, preaching is very important in the spiritual world, sorry, in the material world. But when one goes to the spiritual world, they cannot do preaching. So that is a distant analysis. But when we are here, how does service helps us is service keeps us in the right attitude. Whomever you may be big lawyer, doctor, or very successful person, or not so successful person in the middle world. When one humbly engages oneself in the service of the spiritual master or the devotees, one will develop the quality, the humility. And this, due to this humility, one develops a proper attitude. It is said right now, you may chant for millions of lifetimes also, but unless you chant Shuddhana, the pure holy name, you will not go. You will not be able to go back to God. Like this is that when that statement I heard, I was discharged like for some time. So even if I chant for millions of lifetimes also, I will not be able to go back to God. But Prabhu is saying, you just chant one lifetime, you just do one lifetime and chant the dedication. I will take care of you. So that grace comes only when we chant with proper attitude, proper service attitude. That's why Krishna says, Tadvidhi pranipatina pariprashnana sevaya. Means go first serve the spiritual master. When the spiritual master is pleased, then whatever you need to act, means like for example, you have some questions, we have to ask him. So when spiritual master is pleased, Krishna will give us the right knowledge through the spiritual master. Ultimately, it is Krishna himself who has to give, either from the heart of spiritual master or in any way. But when we please the spiritual master, Krishna will give right instructions from the spiritual master for what we have to know and how we have to act, what is best for us. So the service is equal or in one sense more important for our spiritual advancement. So, and then association of devotees. Taking proper association means not like going and sitting beside them or talking something maybe spiritual or may not be spiritual things with them. Association means serving the devotees. So the temple is a place where devotees come together to serve Krishna and serve other devotees. That's how they get elevated, they make progress in their spiritual life. Each devotee is either getting service when he comes to temple or giving service. Most of the time, our mood should be the more than getting service from the devotees, I should be giving more and more service to the devotee and the Lord. Devotee includes the spiritual master. So that should be our mood when we come to the temple. So that's why when it is said that what does the saintly person, what does sadhus do? Sadhus have nothing to offer to us except the service of the Krishna and the devotees. So which will actually makes us more and more advanced. This service includes Shravanam and Kirtanam also. Means sometimes the devotees may speak and we have to listen. That is also service. And sometimes devotees may tell us, okay, you do Kirtan or you speak about Bhagavatam class. That empowerment will be given by the devotees to us. So that is also includes Shravanam, Kirtanam and all the other aspects. Whatever is required for washing, cleaning, or serving other devotees. Everything includes in the aspect of service, and which is actually main goal of all the services is to please Guru and Krishna. So that's why all the services that we do should be authorized and bona fide in the service of Krishna and Guru. That's how we please the spiritual master and please the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So if you see the Chaitanya Lila, Mahaprabhu once goes to Srivas Thakur's home and he says, "Oh, Srivas Thakur, I am very much pleased with you. I would like to give all the benedictions to every one of your family. Call everyone, call your servants, call the servants of your servants. So that time Srivas Thakur brings all his family members, including the servants and the servants, somebody who is assisting their servants also. And Mahaprabhu was so pleased with them. They said, like, you are assisting Srivas Thakur, so I am obliged to you. You can ask me whatever you want. At that point of time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited his 400 form. Means everybody was able to see the 400 form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Like when Mahaprabhu in his 200 form, they may oh, this is Nimai Pandit or Nimai Pandit, only like that. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited 400 form, then they will understand that he is none other than the Supreme Personality of God himself, directly coming to give them the grace. And each for each servant, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu kept his lotus feet on their head and blessed them, and whatever they wanted. Highest thing that one can get from the Krishna or Guru is the love of God. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bestowed that highest benediction to all the family members, even the servants and servants of servants also. So why Mahaprabhu gave such a high benediction to somebody like the servants might not be from high birth, might not be from Brahmin or Kshatriya families. Servants might be of low caste means like low caste. No, it is really in Indian's caste system. Low caste, illiterate, unqualified person. So Mahaprabhu gave the highest benediction to them. Like even Pradaputta Maharaj has to beg so many times, has to endure so much. He has to cry. He has to go to the point of giving up his kingdom, giving up his life, but to get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But when it comes to the servants of Srivas Thakur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the love of God just like that. Why? Because when one serves the devotees, one serves the spiritual master, he was so pleased with them. And because his love, Krishna's love, goes just like that. Because Krishna, like it is Yudhishthira said, right? When it rains, only the low-lying areas gets flooded. So that's why serving the devotees, serving the spiritual master is of very high importance. That's why if you see, like anybody gives any pleasure to the devotees, Krishna will be very, very much obliged to them. Like in Bhagavatam, there is a nice story in the 10th canto. Like if you see the example of Akasur. Agasur actually, he came with the intention to kill all the Brajavasis. How? Just because he came in the forest where the all the calves and the Gopa boys are playing, and he kept his mouth open as if depicting a cave, so that all the boys will come inside. So his plan was, if I kill the boys and the calves, automatically all the parents will automatically die, because the parents have so much love for their kids. So he thought of killing everybody. So, but when the Gopa boys, Gopa boys, when they saw this Agasura cave, who opened his mouth like a cave, they thought, oh, this is a very attractive cave. You can go and play. And but there were some intelligent Gopa boys. They said, no, it's not a cave. Actually, this is some serpent. This is some snake. Open its mouth, big, very big. It's very dangerous. Don't go nearby. But they say, okay, if it is a serpent, if it is a demon, then Krishna will kill him and Krishna will protect us. Why to worry? Let's go and play. So then they started going into the mouth of Agasura, including with the calves and cows. All the boys started going into the mouth of Agasura. And Krishna saw that and says, oh my friends, there is not a cave. Don't go. That's a danger in that. And after hearing to Krishna, he said, okay, you are there to protect us. Why? It is your duty to protect us. So, and they didn't care about anything about Krishna's instructions, and they went inside the mouth of Agasura. And when Krishna saw that, Krishna was say that, oh, how powerful is my Maya. Like even I'm saying not to go, that's the danger. Still, this Gopa boys went inside. So because all the Gopa boys went inside, Krishna had to go inside. So as soon as Krishna entered in the mouth of Aghasur closed the mouth and then he started killing all the Gopa boys and cows. So, and Vrindavan Maharaj says that like Krishna never exhibited the supernatural powers. Like he never exhibited, he never called for his Sudarshan Chakra. He never, he never grew up in size to perform his leelas. Krishna just stayed as it is and performed all his leelas, killing Pudana, killing Trinavarta, all his pastimes he did like a baby. He never exhibited like a Krishna growing in size to kill some demon. But only to kill Aghasur, Krishna actually expanded himself in size. And in the body of Aghasur, Krishna expanded in so much so that Aghasur choked up and finally his body got burst. And all the Gopavais and all the cows, they came out of the body of Aghasur. So after that, as soon as this happened, by this time, all the Gopavais and cows are dead. And Krishna, before reviving the Gopavais and the calves, Krishna actually gave liberation to Aghasur. Means like the soul which is in the body of Aghasur actually very brightly emitting very bright light came out of the body of Aghasur and merged into the body of Krishna. So this merging, this liberation is not impersonal liberation. It is personal liberation. Means he is promoted directly to the spiritual world. So, but if you see other demons, some demons might have got into impersonal liberation. So how? But somebody to go back to spiritual world, two things are required: either the pleasure of Krishna or the pleasure of spiritual master. Pleasure of spiritual master is when spiritual master is pleased, Krishna will be automatically be pleased. So now here, if you see like this Aghasur came to kill all the boys, all the cows. How can we say that this gave pleasure to Krishna? This gave pleasure to Krishna because the Gopa boys and the calves were for little bit of time until Krishna enters into the mouth of Aghasur. They were finding joy in dancing in the mouth of Aghasur because it was nice, nice cushioned ground. Means like nice soft the tongue of Aghasur, and because he gives that much pleasure to the devotees of Krishna, he was given the highest benediction of going back to spiritual world. So that's why our service should be centered around giving pleasure to Krishna, giving pleasure to devotees. So, and when we are able to do that, then our life is all successful. The success is guaranteed in our spiritual life. So, there are many other pastimes, many other instances where giving pleasure to the devotees through the proper service attitude, even though we may be seen like using something in the material world, it will actually take us long way to give us proper realizations or bring us more closer to Krishna. That way we will attain perfection. Okay, we'll end it here. If anybody have any questions, any questions?
I have one question like everybody says that you have to use your intelligence to perform some service and all. But there are many examples in scripture where like you can say here this like all this Gopa boys, they were like fully like fully on
Careless,
yeah,
dependent
and
on
without
Krishna.
even applying intelligence, they just go because they know that Krishna is there. And there is one more instance where Arjuna, when he took a vow to kill Jayadratha, and there also Krishna will be in anxiety by the he said, when you are here, why should I apply my? I know you will kill me. So these are the instances where it shows that intelligence is also given by Krishna. Only thing is that we have to fully surrender. But in many lectures, I heard that you have to apply your intelligence, and then sometimes it feels like that is also your false ego that you are saying you have your intelligence. Will it doesn't come from Krishna? That's what I was contemplating from this class. So I just want to ask.
Yes, Prabhu. See, the spiritual instructions has to be taken with intelligence. I'll narrate one past time, like one nice story. Okay. So one time there used to be a guru, and he instructed all the disciples. There is Paramatma in the. There is everywhere is God. Everybody is a God. All the living entities. There is God in every living entity. Like even the cows, elephants, human beings, low caste, high caste, birds. Everybody has this expansion of like Paramatma. Like there is Paramatma. Lord is present as Paramatma in the heart of every living entity. So you should treat them everything with a great respect. That instruction that spiritual master gave to the disciples. So one of the disciples take this instruction so seriously, and all the disciples are walking on the street. So when they are walking in the street, immediately an elephant, that elephant of a king, it gone mad. It's like sometimes elephants go crazy, right? So and it is actually destroying whatever it is. And that elephant rider, we call Mavati in Telugu. What do you call in English? English. So elephant, the maintainer of that elephant, he was shouting, "Everybody run away from this elephant! This elephant has gone mad!" Like that, he was cautioning everybody, running people before that elephant comes. So this person, this boy was my Guru Maharaj said, like everybody has a soul, like super soul is there in everyone's heart. So I am the devotee of Krishna. Krishna is in the heart of this elephant. Why will this elephant do any harm to me? So he didn't care that instruction. He started walking towards the elephant only. So immediately, as soon as this elephant approached, and he took that boy and then threw away. And he didn't get killed, but he got hurt badly. And then they go to, like after that he goes to Gurukul, and then he was getting treated. And spiritual master comes and says, "What happened? Why, when everybody is running away, why you didn't run away too? Why you want to? Why you kept yourself in trouble?" And that the disciple says, "Oh Gurudev, I followed your instruction. I feel like this is the result of following your instruction." So what instruction did I give you? You said there is the Krishna in the heart of every living entity. So I thought there is Krishna in the heart of this elephant also. Why should I actually be afraid of that elephant? So that's why I didn't care to move away. So then Gurudev says, "Okay, you are actually you didn't take it properly. There is Paramatma in the heart of the elephant rider also, elephant maintainer also. And that person was shouting, 'Go away, go away, go away.' And you didn't listen to that Paramatma. That's why you got this punishment." So there is intelligence. Intelligence is always there. Krishna inspires us. Like there are some devotees, they said, "Oh, everything is Krishna. Why should I lock the car? Why should I lock the temple?" Means they are so careless. This shows their careless attitude, not their renunciation. Renunciation is utilizing everything in the service of Krishna. If you don't lock the car, if some children or somebody opens the door, it might provoke some negative desires. Oh, let me have something from this car, like that. This you are actually indirectly being responsible for the downfall of other person. That's why, like some devotees, they lock the door. They do everything properly. So we have to use our intelligence properly. We should not artificially, we try to imitate or try to show our renunciation or something like that, without proper understanding, without proper utilization. That's why Prabhupada was very careful in dealing with money, dealing with properties, getting registered. It's not like, oh, Krishna, when Krishna gave, he found he will give, otherwise he will not give. When he is pursuing something, he will pursue very carefully, because when we have to be careful with property of Krishna more than what it was our own, because sometimes we may have $100 of our own cash. That is okay. If you want, you can spend as it is. But when you got $100 from the temple or temple's money, then you have to be more careful, because it's not our money, it's Krishna's money. And Krishna's money, everything is valuable. So that we have to be very, very careful in dealings, in our understanding, in our we have to use our intelligence. When we have that intelligence, then Krishna will inspire us how to actually utilize everything in Krishna's service nicely. So that way we can develop proper consciousness in serving Krishna and serving devotees. This will please the devotees, because no devotee want to give service to somebody who is very irresponsible, very we may say crazy. We should not say crazy. That's why we say avaduta. Nobody would like to give service to that kind of person. Of course, avaduta is a very high stage. Just to not to blaspheme the devotee, we call them avaduta. But it is actually not so it's a craziness. Of course, if that person's renunciation is so much so that he is not able to do, even if he tried also, that is understandable, because Krishna knows what you can, what you cannot do. So you understand that, you got the point, right? What is the role of intelligence, how to utilize? Okay. Hare Krishna. Online, anybody have any questions online?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class. I had a question, Prabhuji. You talked about personal liberation in the Agasur story. So, is personal liberation equivalent to going back to Godhead, Prabhuji? Or
Yes.
is there anything else?
Sajja, Samipya, like that. Personal liberation means you might have gone to any of the Vaikuntha planets, or you might have gone back to Godha, Vrindavan, like that. Impersonal liberation means you will be in the effulgence of Krishna. You will not have any proper service. So when we give pleasure to devotees, then he will give personal liberation. Means you will have personal reciprocation with Krishna. Otherwise, you will be in the impersonal liberation, Shanti, you will have peace only. That's it.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Any more questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, no questions, but very nice class, especially emphasizing on the service and service attitude, giving wonderful example from Chaitanya Charitamrita, giving an example from Agasur. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Okay, we'll end it here. Gantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Grace Bhagavad Acharya Prabhu ki jai. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Prabhupada ki